Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Raincross Farms Makery. My name's Robin, and messing with the camera right now is my husband, Bill. And we are coming to you just outside of Lewiston, Idaho. So welcome. We are getting over some cold and flu, so please excuse any coughing and hopefully not sneezing, sniffling. We're working on it. We're trying to get better. So we would so appreciate it if you would hop on and say hello so we know you are watching us all alone. Hey, Tracy, welcome. Thanks for sharing us out. We are hosting this segment of Craft Round the Clock. So welcome all of you Craft Round the Clockers. And did that sound right? Trying to reconnect. Hopefully we're not going to have, we had some issues last night. Hopefully cross your fingers that we don't have all these issues again today. So welcome, say hello, hop on when you're here. Good morning, Leanna. Everybody sending out good thoughts that we have strong Facebook signal today. I don't know if it's us or if it's Facebook. Anyway, good morning, everyone. If you are watching live, there's a red box up here that says live. If it's not there, you're watching the replay. Either way, that is just fine. Comment hashtag replay so we know when you watched. See, people are starting to pop on. Hello, Cheryl from Louisiana. Hey, Jackie from the UK. Good thoughts to you and your entire country at this time. And let's see, if you watch people on Facebook, you know they appreciate it if you like or love their video, follow their page, and sprinkle out the video to your friends, to any craft groups that you belong to. We would so appreciate that. And we do have our stars activated. We appreciate any of this support that you give us. It helps us. It helps us to have Facebook help us. Did that come out right? Anyway, good to see everybody. We've got a fun little fall project today, but I'm going to show you a technique that you can use anytime during the year. I am going to, in confidence that we are going to get 25 live viewers, I'm going to set my timer for a couple of minutes, and we're going to play a little game, and every time the timer goes off, I'm going to have Bill tell me the last comment that he sees on his screen, and that person's name will go into a drawing. And if we have at some point 25 live viewers, we will have a drawing for a prize at the very end. So I'm going to take just a second and get the video up on my computer so I can see, and I'm going to take just a second to pin a comment for y'all. And come on, scroll down. Why won't you scroll down? Scroll down. Okay, it's not scrolling down for me. I don't know what's going on. Technology, I tell you. I'm trying to pin the comment and it won't scroll it down for me. All right, let me do it. Okay, Bill's going to scroll. Bill's going to pin the comment. That's not doing it. I don't know. So it looks like I'm not going to be able to see comments. Maybe if I do that. Oh, there it goes. Did you pin it? I did. Okay, good. Yay. Okay, now it looks like I can see some comments. Hey, Judy, welcome. First time from the Great Smoky Mountains in North Carolina. Welcome. Hello, Glenda. Hey, Vicki. Welcome from South Carolina. First timer. We hope it's not going to be your last time. Anyway, let's get started. We already have 15 viewers, so we look like we are on our way to have a prize at the end. Please excuse me, I'm getting over a cold, flu, so Hopefully you won't be hearing disgusting sounds coming from this head. Anyway, we are going to make a cute little craft. We're going to make a pumpkin out of some ovals. I got these ovals from the Dollar Tree. They're just wood shapes, and they're ovals. They are, let me tell you how big they are. They are approximately almost 9 inches by 5 inches, 5 by 9. They also have some different shaped ones too on occasion, a little bit different. These hang up. They're a little wider and smaller. Either one would work, but I'm using this one, and you need 3 of them. Hey, Donna. Welcome, from first timer from Southeast Illinois. Welcome, Carol, first timer. Thank you so much for watching. We are so glad to have you. Welcome, Ken from California. There I go again. You know, I need a pair. Don't do that. Don't make me laugh. Okay. You know, last night I did a boo-boo. Ken will attest. We did a live last night, and my nose was running. I had to blow my nose, and I thought, I'm going to be at least polite and turn away from the camera, turn away from the microphone, and blow my nose. And I forgot to that I am mic'd, so I'm sure I turned around and blew my nose right into the microphone. So if you were watching me last night, I'm so sorry. We were a hot mess. We're a little cooler mess this morning. Anyway, so because I know you don't like to watch paint dry, so I pre-painted 2 of these, and we painted them silver. And so we are going to paint up this 3rd one silver, and I'm going to show you how to make this a rusted metal technique. So we're going to start with silver. So I've got some silver paint. This is just acrylic paint. This is folk art. I think I got this at Hobby Lobby, but it's available at any craft store. Walmart, Joann's, Michael's. Whoops. Okay. That's my timer. So you're going to...
Kelly says hello.
Kelly from Chestnut Junction is our first ticket in the drawing. Hopefully we're at 27, so we are going to have a drawing at the end. Kelly from Chestnut Junction. Okay, so she is in. I have reset the timer, and we're going to get back to painting. So who have I missed? Juanita, welcome. Is your cold a byproduct of the cruise?
I'm typing.
Okay, most likely. I'm that way everybody hears. We went on a week-long cruise to Alaska, and we did not come home with COVID, but it seems like we both have come home with colds and flu symptoms, but it was totally worth it. We got to spend a week with our adult children celebrating our 40th anniversary, and I wouldn't change it for the world, although I was pretty miserable there for a couple of days. But yep, crammed in a metal can. It was a very large metal can with, 5,000, 6,000 people? You're bound to pick up a germ or two, but not the bad germ that everybody's worried about. Just the old-fashioned cold and flu. Okay, so I started with the edges so I have something to kind of hold on to.
Hello, Susan.
Hey, Susan from Orlando. Secondhand Treasures. Debbie from Florida. Welcome. Thanks for hopping on and supporting us. Jennifer from, I'm sorry? I did reset the timer. Hey, Jennifer from Ohio. Welcome. Okay, this is my little soapbox. When you must all be crafters, and maybe some of you craft for sale. You sell your items. Here's my little soapbox. Sometimes crafters like to take shortcuts, and maybe they don't paint the edges very well, or they don't paint the backs of their projects. Especially if you are selling your items, take the extra few moments to finish up your 45 minutes west of Orlando. Hey Cheryl, welcome. Take the extra step and finish off the backs. It looks so much more professional. Picture yourself at a craft fair and you're looking at some items and you turn them over and the back is not painted, looks unfinished, and then you look at something else that is finished. You're gonna be more drawn towards that finished one. So especially if you're selling your crafts, finish them up. And then, second step, if you're thinking, I just craft for myself, I don't care if the back is done. Nobody's going to see the back. You deserve to have beautiful things too. So do the backs for yourself also. You're worth it. The last time we had this discussion, Bill brought up, how come I don't get to use the fancy guest towels? So every once in a while, use the fancy guest towels and the fancy dishes for yourself. Don't just wait for company. You deserve it. Okay, so I'm off my soapbox.
You're on your soapbox?
I was on my soapbox. Finish the backs of your projects, even if it's just for you. Okay, so this is going to take, I'm going to give this 2 coats, at least on the front. On the back, I'm not going to worry too much about it. It covers well enough for the back. But for the front, I'm going to make sure it's got good solid coverage. And I don't know if I mentioned, this is Folk Art brand. This is shimmering steel, just a metallic silver. Uh-oh. There's my timer. Secondhand Treasures. Who was that again? Debbie from Secondhand Treasures. Was that you? Okay, let me set that again. Let me get a ticket out. Debbie, Secondhand Treasures. And you. Hey, Cindy. Welcome. Good morning. She's our neighbor. Well, yeah, that's true. Hey, so good to see that number. We have 25 right now that I'm looking at. We are working so hard to build up our viewers. So if you are, yes, Susan, it is a very pretty color. I hope the camera is picking it up. We are trying so hard to build our viewers. So if you are so inclined, if you at all like what you see, feel free to follow us because we do lives several times a week. We try to, if we're not busy cruising or being sick in bed. So we would love to have you follow us and join us again from time to time. So the second coat always takes a little bit more. So again, we are going to make a pumpkin, and we are going to make it look a little like a rusted metal, like it's been out aging in the yard, sitting out in the pasture, because we live on a farm, for months and months and months. But we're not going to take months and months to get that. So I'm going to dry this up, and then we're going to get to getting it. Excuse me. So how is everybody doing? It's Wednesday, middle of the week. Hopefully your weather has turned. Thank you for sprinkling, Juanita. Thanks for following, Cheryl. Thank you so much for the stars, Ken. Ken is one of our regular star givers. Okay, let's see, Jackie. Mainly have to watch on replay. Well, that's because we're usually going live when you should be sleeping. Thanks for following, Juanita. Okay, so I'm going to give this a second to dry up. Acrylic paint takes a little bit longer to dry up. I like using chalk paint because it dries really, really quickly. But chalk paint, I haven't found a good silver. I've found some grays, but I really wanted this metallic silver. Okay, so now I have 3. Oop, those edges are, I'm gonna just kind of wipe some of that off. My overflow has kind of gotten on the edges. Okay, made a little blue. Okay, so here I have 3 of these. 2 of them I did ahead of time, and we are going to turn this into a pumpkin in a moment, but we're going to do something for the center panel. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to line them up like this. So it's going to look like a pumpkin, but we're going to put something fancy here on this middle one. I'm going to use one of my chalk transfers. This is from last year, but I love it. It says, "Autumn is the year's last loveliest smile." And either today or tomorrow is the first day of autumn. I looked up and said tomorrow, but some people are saying it's today. Anyway, autumn is here. So I'm going to chalk this on the middle panel of my pumpkin. Hey, Joanne from Rainbow, California. Happy birthday! Happy birthday. And is she the last comment that you saw?
She is.
She is. So she gets her name in the drawing for the end. I'm going to reset my timer. Okay. So this center one, we're going to decorate up with this lovely little saying. These transfers are self-adhesive, so they're sticky on the back. This one is really sticky, even though I've used it several times. So I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to take some wax, some clear paste wax, surface wax, sell it in my shop, and I'm going to put just a little layer, a thin layer of wax.
Did you reset your timer?
I did.
Okay, I'm gonna run upstairs real quick.
Okay, don't take your ears or take your phone or whatever is going to make noise. Uh-oh, I'm on my own. Okay, so I'm just putting a thin layer of wax on my paint because, let me tell you why. Something sticky on a freshly painted surface is going to probably pull up that paint that maybe hasn't completely set. So I'm putting a little layer of protection between the paint and the sticky. So I put just a thin layer of wax and I'm going to buff it off. I'm going to do one other thing. She's unsupervised. Danger, danger. I'm going to do one other thing that I've started doing with my wax. Ideally, you let it sit for 15 minutes to kind of soak in, but I don't have that much time. So I'm going to take my drying tool. It's a very mild heat. It doesn't get so hot that it burns me, but I'm just going to use it to heat up that wax one more time. Soften. Excuse me. Soften up that wax, and then I'm going to buff it one more time. Too much wax and my paste won't stick. Okay, so that's softened up. Give it one more buffing. Okay, we are good to go. Put that away. Now, another thing I'm going to do is I'm sure, yes, Susan, the wax is a lifesaver if you use it right. Too much wax, again, doesn't work. So I've put a little bit of fuzz. I don't know if you saw, I have my little towel here. I'm just putting a little bit of fuzz on the sticky part to just lighten up its stickiness. And I'm going to center this on my surface. And I'm going to push it down so there's no air bubbles. Let me know if you have used these chalk products. I'm an independent designer for Chalk Couture. So let me know in the comments if you have used these products or if it's brand new to you, you've never seen them before.
It's not even your birthday.
Oh my goodness. Hey, it's Christmas.
It's not Christmas. Not your birthday.
Bill just came upstairs holding a great big huge box that says Chalk Couture on it. My order from the new catalog is here. Don't try to bring it back here. You're going to knock things over.
This is what I have to deal with on a regular basis.
Yay! My order's here. You don't know what that does to me.
Oh,
anyway, all kinds of new stuff. So you really need to follow so you can see what's in that box that we're going to start using. Okay, so this is our Chalkology paste. It is chalk in paste form, thicker than chalk paint. Okay, Susan's never used them. Jackie, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? Deanna, I've never used them. Oh my. You guys, I'm going to have to, you know what? I have some sample kits that I can sell to you if you're interested. You got your first box this morning. FedEx has been busy. I wonder if it was the same driver. Okay, I'm going to have to get to putting out my sample kits so that you guys can try this.
She got her first box this morning.
Yes, I said I wonder if it was the same FedEx driver. Okay, so I'm just taking this chalk and dragging it over this silk screen. This is it's not truly.
First time from Michigan.
Awesome, welcome. Hopefully not your last time. Okay, so I have dragged that paste over the design. Okay, and Bill's going to tell me the name because my timer just went off. Who was our last one? Hello?
I'm looking.
Oh.
It looks to me like Vicki Gallagher was the last one. She said, have a good day and sent you 50 stars.
Woohoo! Thank you. Gallagher.
It was having a hard time.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. Let me reset the timer. We're doing this. Well, we are at 34. Oh my goodness, that is exciting. So what we're doing is I'm setting the timer for a few minutes, and every time the timer goes off, the last person that comments gets their name on a ticket in my drawing for the end, and we'll have a prize or two. Okay, so I'm going to peel this off. Look at that. This never gets old, peeling this off. It is just awesome. I feel like such an accomplished artist, and I really didn't do anything. Okay, so look at that. Autumn is the year's last loveliest smile. So this is going to go in the center of our pumpkin, and I'm going to shoot this with my dryer so I don't smudge it, and then we're going to get to rusting things up.
If you're interested in more about chalk, what do you want to type in there?
You know what? I don't have a keyword in my bot, but if you type in I'm interested after the live, I will follow up with you. You can, if you are interested, if you want to take a look at, I have a little cart link with this transfer and some paste, and you can take a look at that. You can type the word rust because we're going to do a rust technique with this. You can type in the word rust and my bot will send you a link to those supplies. But if you're just interested in chalk, just type in I'm interested and I will get back with you after the live. While that's finishing up drying, I'm going to clean this up real quick. These transfers are meant to be reusable. The company guarantees 10 to 12 times. I'm telling you, you can get more use out of them if you take care of them and clean them up. So let me show you how easy it is to clean. I just sprayed it with water, just regular water. And I'm using, you could use a paper towel. This is a Swedish dishcloth. And I'm just using this to get that top layer of paste off. It's still not clean, but look at how much I got off. And I can rinse this out, or if it was a paper towel, I can toss it. Now I'm going to switch over to my board eraser. I'm going to spray it again with water. This is damp and wrung out. This is like a magic eraser, but no chemicals. And I'm just getting the rest of that paste off. Now it looks like it's not clean. What it is the paste has stained the transfer. Not a problem. As long as I get the paste out of the screen, it will work just fine and dandy. The paste has such high pigment, which is great for crafting, that it will stain this plastic.
And
But
again, probably the easiest way to clean out is take it to your sink.
yes, if you're close to your sink, that's the easiest way. Run it under some water. I'd still use the board eraser because that grabs all of that paste out of that screen, and that's where the magic is. So front and back, I don't know if you can see, the screen is clear, so it is ready to go. I'm going to let it dry, air dry, sticky side up, and then I'm going to put its backer back on and put it back in its little plastic, and then it'll be good to go, and I can use it over and over and over. Okay, so let's get to rusting these up. So I'm going to put out a sheet of paper, and I've got some black acrylic paint, and somewhere I have a plate, and I have some cinnamon. That is my secret rusting agent. Oh, good, Juanita, you use Chalk Couture. Are you a club member, or are you just a customer? Or tell me more. What do you like doing with chalk? So clean? Yeah, well, cleanish. It's stained. Okay, so I'm gonna take some of this black paint, and I'm gonna just put a little squirt on. Actually, I'm going to get the next name. Jackie!
And you know what? Ken's headed to the UK next March. Maybe we can send.
Hey, we can sneak something in his luggage. Seen similar transfers, but they don't have the same sentiments or details. Yes, we do have. There are other manufacturers of this type of product, but I love our designs. Okay, next, I'm going to get some plastic wrap and peel off just a chunk of it. And you know how you can never get it straightened out? It's okay. You don't want it straightened out. You kind of want it bunched up. So I've got this bunched up piece of plastic, and I'm going to kind of just dab it in my paint, and I'm just going to dab some paint, and then I'm going to open up my cinnamon, and I'm going to pour this over my cinnamon. And that is going to adhere to that paint. And honestly, it's going to look like rust in little spots. You know how rust kind of shows up here and there? So this is my rust technique. Now I'm not completely done. The cinnamon kind of leaves cinnamon dust everywhere. So we're going to wait till that paint dries, and then we're going to brush it off. And it will, oops, this is really rusty. That's a whole lot of rust. That's okay. You just kind of take this however it works. How am I doing on time?
Juanita says, have you tried the grunge?
I have not. I have not tried grunge.
What is the grunge?
I don't know. I think it's a product. This is my grunge. Anyway, so there we have it. Super easy. It's not quite finished. I'm going to let that paint dry. I'm going to get some more. These are going to be the outside parts of our pumpkin. So some of this is going to get covered up anyway. And I'm just... This smells so good too.
Rust never smelled so good.
That's true.
That depends on the yard, man. Some people like rust.
You guys make me laugh and I cough into the microphone. I'm so sorry. Okay, so getting more rust. Whoops, I don't want the rust there. So this is kind of going all over. Again, we're going to let that paint dry and we will brush off some of that.
Can you use cinnamon?
Can I?
Oh, I bet she's asking, can you reuse the cinnamon? I don't know.
I can reuse it for crafting. I would not reuse it for baking. Okay, so now on this one, I don't want to cover up my design, but I do kind of want to get into the design. So I'm just going around there. Getting a little bit of rust on this. Here and there, dabbing it. Now you don't want everything rusty, but some things look really cute when they have that aged look. Now you can do this on anything. And you can do it for any time of year. This is not an autumn specific technique. Okay, so I think that's got enough rust. So, like I said, I'm going to reuse this, but I'm not going to reuse it in the kitchen. This is my Kraft cinnamon. Do you all have a jar of Kraft cinnamon? I do. I'm going to just pour that back in there. And honestly, it probably wouldn't kill me to reuse it in the kitchen, but I'm not going to. You can feel free to come to my house and have rust-free cinnamon for cinnamon rolls. Okay, set that aside. Now let's assemble.
Cinnamon rolls.
I forgot to set the timer. Oh my goodness, I'm going to set it really short.
Set it short.
I'm going to set it short because I neglected.
Oh boy, I gotta back up. I've got a bunch of things here. Chestnut Junction is Kelly is going to take a break. She's got to go to a doctor's appointment.
Okay, have a good appointment.
Anita says it's made with water, instant coffee, cinnamon, and vanilla. Keep it in the fridge for weeks and it smells good. I have seen people use it, but I haven't looked into it that much. Okay, I'm going to look for. Do I have my brush? Oh, sometimes I like to use a makeup brush, one of those really soft. I can't find what I did with it. Oh, okay. Last name? Last one was Carrie Ward.
Carrie.
It looks awesome.
Thanks. Okay, Carrie's name is in the drawing. Okay, oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't put this out. Okay, so let me show you the difference. Here it is before I have brushed it off. I'm just going to take a soft bristle brush, and once that paint has dried, that cinnamon has adhered, and then you can kind of see it's cleaned. The bottom half is cleaned off, but then there are some rusty spots, and you can also see a little bit of the paint come through, but you're getting rid of that dusty, because rust doesn't come out dusty. Okay, so clear those off. Now if you do this too soon before the paint has dried, you will basically just kind of take your cinnamon and your paint off. You can just redo it. Okay, So let's.
You did reset the timer again, didn't you?
No.
That's why I have you.
That's why I have you. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that.
You married me 40 years ago, so I'd remind you about the timer.
Remind me about the timer. Okay, so here's, I've got cinnamon all over. So here are my pieces, and I'm going to put 2 of them together, and I'm going to try to line them up. So if I want to have this sit on a shelf, it will kind of be even, and I'm going to give it a fat bottom because fat bottoms are good on pumpkins.
Sounds like a Queen song.
Sounds like a personal problem. Okay, so I'm going to kind of swing that out and line that up right there, and then I'm going to glue it down. So I've got my hot glue gun, and I'm going to...
Juanita, you're in Oklahoma. What part of Oklahoma are you in? I think I've asked you that before.
Okay, I'm just eyeballing it. I could have measured it out. Okay, so here's my pumpkin shape. We're not done yet.
Oh, let's go. That's right. I remember her telling me that.
It's a little off center, but that's okay. Pumpkins aren't perfect. Okay, so let's get to decorating this up. Let me start. This is one of Bill's biggest pet peeves. I went to the dollar store and I bought a bag of sticks. Honestly, so I have a bag of all of these little sticks. He goes, honey, we have a yard full of sticks. But I bought them at the dollar store. Excuse me, I sound like an old smoker or something. Okay, so I'm going to attach this as a stem, and this is going to take a minute or two to set up. I'm going to put that there, let that set, and then we are going to decorate it up with some leaves. I don't always see them there, occasionally, but one time I bought a bag full of corks from Dollar Tree. The thing about Dollar Tree is if you see it and you think you might want it, you better get it, because the next time you come in, it won't be there. Where is your farm? Our farm is just outside of Lewiston, Idaho. Technically we're just outside the town of Julietta, but that's a tiny little town. I don't know if that shows up on the maps. So I've got my little stem there, and let's give it some leaves. So I got a little package of leaves, probably from the Dollar Tree. I don't want to use the bright colored ones. I want to use the green ones. And I have this package also of some that are kind of more of like a canvas texture. So I think I'm going to use those canvasy ones. Okay, there was my timer.
Okay, I can't, it's moving too fast. Other people are posting.
Okay. Susan Pagliari.
That's the one. Oh, it's gone again. Hold on. I'm still looking here.
That's all right. I've got it. Congratulations. You're in the drawing, Susan. Okay, so I'm going to glue down some of these leaves. Let's see. Whoops.
The green. My Dollar Tree just got a load of fall stuff, Joanne said.
Oh, good. Get to getting. Get it while you can.
Juanita says their Dollar Tree is always behind unpacking boxes.
Yeah. Sometimes you kind of go through the aisles and help them.
And Angelica loves it. She's going to make it with her kids.
Hey, Angelica's here.
Yeah,
awesome. I must have missed you. I haven't been paying attention. And I didn't set the timer again.
Oh, goodness, my wife.
I think we have time for one more entry. So I've got my leaves here. I'm going to make a tendril. I'm going to make a tendril. So I've got a pipe cleaner, kind of a green pipe cleaner, and I'm going to wrap it around a pen or a pencil and wrap it up because pumpkins have these little tendrils, I think. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to glue that in there. Let's see. Let's put the wad of glue right there.
Jennifer says she really likes that pumpkin.
Thank you.
Leanne says she takes things out of the boxes all the time. Very pretty from Carol. Adorable from Anita. Yeah. Debbie from Virginia. First time. Glad to have you, Debbie. There we go.
I think it needs just a little wad of Spanish moss. And Crafter's Square. This is from Dollar Tree. Can you tell? I like to shop at Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to take a little bit. This gets all over. Speaking of all over, we got inundated with gnats. We have like inch-deep gnattage all over our house.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bundle of that. And I'm going to put it on each side. How am I doing on time? Running out. Running out. So I'm going to put a dot there.
Table Creation says she's been there making fresh apple cake. You'll have to post a recipe of that one. I've got apples on the tree. I probably won't harvest them for another 2 or 3 weeks. It hasn't been cold enough here. We've just now started losing our heat. And I always find that the apples are a little crisper and whatnot after you get a freeze on.
Okay, so there we go. What do you think? My little fat-bottomed rusty metal pumpkin with some leaves. I might doctor that up a little bit, but I'm running a little bit out of time. There we go. So I can sit this on a shelf, or I can take my crocodile and I can punch some holes here and here, and then I can hang it. So I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to get that out of the way. Hold on. Stick that in there. And this is like a power punch. It's going to punch through that quarter inch wood. This is a crocodile. Let me know if you want the link to it on Amazon, or you can get it at, oh goodness, you get it in craft stores. Anyway, so I've got some holes punched in there. I'm going to put some twine to kind of give it a hanger, but I'm going to do that later because we're running out of time. I have one more name to put in. Who is that name, Bill?
Oh boy, I had 4 of them pop up real quick, so I'm going to say Deanne Buffington Smith.
Deanne Buffington.
I had 4 of them swing by my face so fast. Right
okay, well, whatever the last one was. Okay, so we've got our names in here. Thank you so much for having, we had more than 25 viewers, which is awesome. We hope you'll all come back and watch us again and again and again. Craft fair ideas, this would be really cute. Okay, so there's some beads in the bottom of here too, so it's kind of singing around. So let's do 2 winners. Carolyn, welcome. First time watching, hopefully not the last time. Okay, so let's pull out 2 winners. Hopefully you're still on. I didn't make that a requirement. But the first one is Debbie from Secondhand Treasures. And and Deanne Buffington Smith. Yay! Yeah. Okay, so I will be reaching out to you, Debbie from Secondhand Treasures, and Deanne Smith. I will be reaching out to you to let you know about your prize, and we hope you'll join us. We're on again next week with Craft Round the Clock, and of course on our own Facebook page. We're on several times a week. I hope you enjoyed this little project. My cute little pumpkin. Hope you'll try and make one. If not, I hope you'll use this fake rust technique on something else. Doesn't have to be a pumpkin. But we hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching us. And again, if you're interested in the chalk supplies I used, you can type the word, what did I say, rust, in the comments. You'll get a little bot. And if you're interested in anything that we did, just comment, I'm interested. I'll reach out to you and we can have a chat, and maybe I can give you some information. So thanks so much. I'm going to pose so I have a pretty thumbnail to post. And we will see you later. Bye-bye. Have a great rest of your week.